guys. So this is going to be the plate for Johnny's breakfast. This is going to be the dish for Johnny's dinner. This is going to be the dish for Johnny's salad, snacks. These are all the utensils he's going to need. Now, I have to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner in 1 hour. And then I gotta wake him up. Do you think I can do it? This is the challenge of this morning. But first, so right after I do this, I have to go to the washroom. And I gotta come back. And I gotta do lunch. Then I'm going to do his dinner. Then I'm going to do his breakfast. And that's what's up. And I've only got an hour to do it. I hope I can do it. I hope I can do it. I'ma try. Today, shortly after this went down, I went down for my nap, and then I got woken up by my oldest son saying that my youngest son was feeling sick, and so I had to get up earlier than usual after my nap. Well, I did it. Breakfast, lunch, snacks, salad, dinner. Now all I have to do is write the note that I usually put in here, so yeah. But yeah, he's got nice snackages for today, healthy ones and not so healthy ones. Yeah, yay. Did I do it better today? I thought so. I let it a little more. I let it heat up in the pan this time, and rather than just put it in the pan and it sizzle, and then I turned off the heat and I let it just. This was an hour's worth of work. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Took me 1 hour. It was the fastest I've ever done it.
Getting better.
Yeah. And tomorrow I'm gonna be even faster. Not yet. So I woke up today and I have way more sniffles than yesterday. Way more runny nose than yesterday. So, and you can hear my throat. It's arrived. But that's okay. I'm going to push through. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to test my limits. I am pretty strong, so I should be able to get through this. This will be rough because Johnny can't miss a day of training, which means if I get super sick, like October sick, I'm on my own. So I have to figure it out. I have been pounding back the elderberry. I think I need to do a more aggressive oregano oil and apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna have to get way more aggressive with it. I can't be getting a fever. When I get a fever, my whole body gets achy and it's so painful. I can't even tell you. It's like having every bone in your body broken. It's like literally either being hit by a train, falling out of a 3-story window, or like the equivalent of every single bone in your body breaking. And last night I had a really bad migraine. So I gotta take care of myself as well as taking care of the kids. This is gonna be the biggest challenge of my life because I usually forget about myself to take care of everyone else. Anyway, the hardest part of the morning's done. The hardest part of the morning was making all that food. Now I can relax. And now I just have to gently remind Johnny to do 2 things this morning: garbage and mopping. And that's it. So guys, I'm gonna have to go back to no frills today. I forgot chicken noodle soup yesterday. It was like the #1 reason I was going. Granola bars and chicken noodle soup. That was the reason I was going. And I completely forgot chicken noodle soup. So I gotta go today and get some. Lukas has only been eating red peppers, cucumbers, and dragon fruit. Yeah. It's really good. I'm glad, because it's been a struggle to try to get him to eat things like that. So I'm happy that he is eating that. I gotta fix my hair later. I did a French braid last night so I could go to sleep. And yeah, it's coming out. My hair's so short now. Look. I cut it. I cut it to my shoulders, right here. It was way down to my butt, so like a lot came off. A lot. I'm gonna let it grow it again. I don't know how many more times I'll have energy to dye my hair, but right now it's been like once a year, because I just don't have energy to do it more than once a year. I mean, it's not like I look super old. Gray doesn't really bother me. I don't have any crow's feet on my eyes. I have these lines when I smile. No lines here yet. The laugh lines. None of those. I still have my dimples from when I was like a teenager. My forehead wrinkles come only when I go like this. And when I don't, it's very smooth. It's weird. I'm 36 and I don't got crow's feet. And I barely have forehead lines. And I definitely don't have the side lines here that usually happens around now. Also, my hands, they're very smooth still. They don't look old. Not that they would, I mean. But usually women, they turn into prunes before they turn 40. I haven't been. I mean, it could be because I'm not eating solids. I don't know. Maybe my elasticity's better because I'm not eating solids. I can't tell you. I don't know. It's definitely not my genes, because if you look at any Irish ladies my age, wrinkles. So it's definitely not my Irish genes. It's got to be the fact that I'm not eating solids. What y'all think? That's not how you say goodbye to me. That's not how you say goodbye either. I miss you already, baby. Don't forget to charge your headphones. I love you. Enjoy all this beautiful food. I love you. Now I'm gonna go try to get warmed up because I'm getting cold now. Ooh, can I see you put it on? Because I want to.
It's only escort required. It's not important.
So? It's important enough to get you in.
Mom, I love you.
I'm not your mom. Bye, baby, I love you. Call me on your break. Bye. Alright, guys. It's that time of morning when I lay down and try to go to sleep for a nap. And then I wake up and I get the day on. Today is going to be a lot like yesterday, hopefully. And I hope I don't feel worse when I wake up, because I am getting progressively worse on the illness here. I still have my runny nose and whatnot. So I'm going to put my earplugs in, say my morning offering, and lay down. I'll catch you guys when I wake up in a couple of hours or so. Well, technically 3 hours, so I'll see you guys in 3 hours. Later for now. I also had to do much more because today was Thursday, and so Johnny goes straight to his second job after training. So it was a very difficult day. This is my wake up face. So I got 2.5 hours sleep last night because Lukas was scared of spiders under his bed. So he came and slept in our bed, and I didn't sleep, obviously. So when he went back to his bed, I got 2.5 hours sleep, and I woke up at 3:30. Then I went down for my nap, and I got about 3 hours sleep. So 3 hours nap. And so I'm like dead. I feel like going back to bed, and I could literally sleep all day, guys. Literally. But I'm forcing myself to stay awake and get up. On top of that, I got woken up with my little one being nauseous. So currently he is on the couch. I don't want him to move. He can just stay there. I'm trying to get up. I'm working on it. He wants me. I'm trying to get up to get to him. I really am. It's like really rough. He wants mama. I'm working on that. We might have 1 or 2 pukes today. It's okay. I'll pray over him. Psalms 91. And I'll give him gravel, medicine, elderberry syrup, the works. And leave it in God's hands. He'll be okay. I mean, it's only the flu. It just sucks. When my little one gets sick, it just sucks. So I'm going to have to take care of him all day. It might be one of those days when I do nothing because I have to be around him. That's okay. I'll do it. It's okay. So I probably won't get dressed in case I get puked on. I will probably wear my green apron so that it can be easily washed fast, because my pink one I need during the week. So I'll wear my green one and I'll put it in the wash if I get puked on. So yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna go for now. I'll update everyone as the day goes on. I probably won't get to No Frills today to get chicken noodle soup because I don't want to move him and I don't want him to walk. So we're just gonna hang out at home all day and go to bed super early. So yeah, that's the rest of my morning so far, y'all. I'll be back. All right. So I got up, I checked out the kid, gave him some gravel. He puked it up like I was expecting. I don't think he's gonna puke anymore though. He's not pale. He's like, he looks normal. So I think he's fine. But I'm gonna wait an hour. Then I'm gonna get him to walk around the house a little bit and see if he pukes again. If he doesn't, then I'm going to give him gravel. And then we're going to go and get him some chicken noodle soup. I have no choice, guys. Johnny's in training and he's at work. So I have no choice but to walk with my kids like 2 blocks and get them food that they need. I don't have anyone to come and sit with the kids. And even if I did, the house is a mess right now because, well, the kids are sick. So I don't want really anybody over right now. I keep the living room and the kitchen area clean because that's the areas I'm in mostly. But the hallway is a freaking disaster zone. And the bathroom's good. We just cleaned the bathroom on Sunday, so the bathroom's okay. But it's just the hallway that's bothering me, and I don't want anyone to see the hallway, so yeah. It's not like we have a door to close that area off. If we did, it would be perfect, but we don't. So right now, I'm getting dressed. I'm going to do my rosary while I wait and read today's chapter for 33 days to morning glory. And then I'm also going to probably listen to daily mass reading. And if there's still more time until we actually leave, then I'm going to watch my news channel on YouTube, which is the Watchman channel. And then, yeah, so That's what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna go get him only chicken noodle soup. And then I'm coming home and making him chicken noodle soup. And yeah, so I'm hoping he feels better, but we'll see. That's the update for now. So pray for my little man. I've been praying over him and praying for him, and he seems to be looking really, really not sick. So he's looking way better. So let's hope that that was just a fluke. I'm thinking that that was the morning puke that wanted to come out and didn't come out. And I think that he's not going to puke again. I think that that was all that was going to happen. I also think that he overheated because he has a huge heat rash all on his neck. And I think that this morning he overheated because the heat was on and it's pretty warm out today. Like pretty dang warm out today. He's back to his normal coughing. He's okay. He's not going to puke again. Yes, hallelujah. I knew it. The Lord is so good. He gives me such wisdom. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted too. My husband posted. He wants to kept posted, sorry. And I will keep you guys posted like I always do. Okay? Other than that, he's fine, guys. Literally, he's fine. Okay? If he wasn't, I'd totally take him where he needs to go. But he's fine. He's good. And if you knew me personally, you would know that I am a worrywart and I have like very high anxiety. So if I'm not worried, y'all don't need to be worried. Okay? Usually I'm the one to worry like way more than anyone else. You could ask my husband. My husband's usually the one. Calm down. He's fine. Calm down. You're overreacting. But I'm not. So that means this is good. It means everything's fine. Okay? So, I'm going to get dressed, and then we're going to do rosary, daily mass reading, and then I'm going to share with you today's 33 days to morning glory posting. Yeah. Now that I have time to do it today. I haven't had time, but today I do have time. So we're going to, what is that? Anyway, see you guys soon. Alright guys, so he has not puked since. He's doing much better. I'm going to test him when we get home. He's coughing normal, see? And no feeling like he's going to puke. He's fine now. I knew it was just the one that wanted to come out this morning and didn't come out. Because when I looked at him, usually if he's going to puke for a few times, he's pale. And his lips are very gray. And he looks like, zombified. He didn't look like that when I came out here. He was colorful. His face was normal complexion. His lips were nice and pink. He was fine. And then when I made a move, I knew that if it was still there, it would come up. And then he'd feel better. So I made a move. Made a move again. Now he's walking around, coughing normal. He's fine. Told you guys. Told you.
I told Lucas that his...
So he's fine. We're going to go get him some chicken noodle soup. We're just going there for that and coming back. Nothing else. We're not making any pit stops, nothing. We're coming straight home because I don't want to be out longer than I have to just in case, something whiffs up in his nose and he's like, "Ooh, I feel sick." It can happen, especially when you've been nauseous this morning. Right now, he's looking really good. Really, really good. So I'm going to take advantage of this moment and go get him some chicken noodle soup, come back and rest. And yeah, other than that, they've had their medicine, which is all on the counter here, right there. And, yeah, just take care of the kids, say the rosary, pray for the kids, do right by God. It's such a nice, beautiful, sunny day.
Have anyone else prayed for us?
I don't know. Daddy's praying and everybody at his training center is praying for you guys to get better. So I'm going to go for now. And then I'll probably film on the way there and on the way back like I usually do. And then when I get here, I'm going to just run around cleaning, just tidying up and then making him some chicken noodle soup. That is the plan. I shall see you soon. I'm going to take a small break after doing the flowers and setting up the kitchen area. Then I'm going to do the dishes. Basically, my goal is to wash the big items first, dry them and put them away, and then have like a little tea towel on the edge of the sink there for all the little stuff like the, forks, spoons, chopsticks, cups, because that's basically all that's in there. So yeah, and then later I'll put them away when they're dry. I have to sweep the floor. And yeah, so right now I'm probably going to listen to the daily mass readings while I take a small coffee break. So we ended up going and getting some chicken noodle soup for the boys. Lukas didn't get sick again. He only got sick once. And that is just a measure of prayer and medicine, which was literally, I just, I gave him like ginger stuff. He puked up the whole gravel, so he didn't have gravel in his system. I had to give him some ginger stuff, and then he never puked again. And I prayed for him, so did Logan, and it worked. Literally worked.
Hello and welcome to Hallow's Daily Mass Readings. Let's begin. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. A reading from the prophet Jeremiah. But this command I gave them: obey my voice, and I will be your God, and you shall be my people, and walk only in the way that I command you, so that it may be well with you. Yet they did not obey or incline their ear, but in the stubbornness of their evil will, they walked in their own counsels, and looked backward rather than forward. From the day that your ancestors came out of the land of Egypt until this day, I have persistently sent all my servants, the prophets, to them, day after day, yet they did not listen to me or pay attention, but they stiffened their necks. They did worse than their ancestors did. So you shall speak all these words to them, but they will not listen to you. You shall call to them, but they will not answer you. You shall say to them, this is the nation that did not obey the voice of the Lord their God, and did not accept discipline. Truth has perished. It is cut off from their lips. Psalm 95. O come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come into his presence with thanksgiving. Let us make a joyful noise to him with songs of praise. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord, our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Oh, that today you would listen to his voice. Do not harden your hearts, as at Meribah, as on the day at Massah in the wilderness, when your ancestors tested me and put me to the proof, though they had seen my work. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Now Jesus was casting out a demon that was mute. When the demon had gone out, the one who had been mute spoke, and the crowds were amazed. But some of them said, he casts out demons by Beelzebul, the ruler of the demons. Others, to test him, kept demanding from him a sign from heaven. But he knew what they were thinking and said to them, every kingdom divided against itself becomes a desert, and house falls on house. If Satan also is divided against himself, how will his kingdom stand? For you say that I cast out the demons by Beelzebul. Now if I cast out the demons by Beelzebul, by whom do your exorcists cast them out? Therefore they will be your judges. But if it is by the finger of God that I cast out the demons, then the kingdom of God has come to you. When a strong man, fully armed, guards his castle, his property is safe. But when one stronger than he attacks him and overpowers him, he takes away his armor in which he trusted and divides his plunder. Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So I'm gonna make some biscuits, flaky rolls. They're having onion flakes, dill pickle, dill weed and cloves. It smells so good, I'm drooling. They're gonna pop in soon. They're buttery, so they're gonna be delicious. And this will go nicely with the chicken noodle soup that I'm making for the kids to get them better. And yeah, so this will be going in shortly as soon as the oven preheats. I was thinking about making cookies too, but I don't know if I have enough energy. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow if I have enough energy to do that. But yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I think I burnt them a little bit. I was distracted. Ooh, they're squishy though. They're very good in the middle. I think if we open them up and put some butter on them, they should be fine. They smell so good. They don't smell burnt, that's for sure. But yeah, the underneath, kind of burnt. But yeah, they're done. The boys loved them, and Johnny said they weren't burnt. Thank you, baby. We're heading out again real quick. I gotta go to the dollar store and grab 2 tea towels, coat hangers. That's it. Excited. I'm excited for it. Keep up, boys. I'm still wearing my pretty boots. I'm trying to break them in and also build a muscle in my thigh, because when I wear them, because they're like 1.5 inches, my thigh hurts because the muscle's not been used. So I'm breaking my legs in and I'm breaking my boots in, which is kind of funny and crazy. So yeah, other than that, I'm just enjoying today. I'm having a lot of fun today. I got to bake. I like baking. I want to make cookies. That's how much I like baking. Now, I also want to make cottage dill bread. I did it last year around this time. Cottage dill bread and cookies. I want to do it again. And then use that cottage dill bread to make Johnny's sandwiches for his lunch tomorrow. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You think I should do it?
Yep.
Because I have cream cheese at home. That's all you need is cream cheese. I need 1 cup of cream cheese to make it. And I got about 1 cup of cream cheese to make it. And I got a whole thing of dill weed, so it's not like I don't have enough dill weed for it. I'm gonna make some bread, because I wanna. And I'll clean up my big mess after. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then, okay boys, what should I make cookies or should I make muffins?
Muffins.
Muffins?
Strawberry muffins.
Strawberry muffins. I don't think I have enough strawberries for that.
Oh. What about?
I can make chocolate chip muffins.
Yay. Yeah.
See if I can find some flaky sugar. This bag is really heavy. They didn't have anything smaller. I had to get a big bag of sugar cane because they didn't have anything smaller. But it's the flaky sugar that I needed for the muffins I'm gonna make. I can also put it on cookies if I decide to make the cookies instead. Cookies seems a little bit easier at this point. Cause my back. Oh, my back. And I got some new wooden spoons so that it would be very easy for me to mix the cookie dough. Very easy. But my back. This sack of freaking sugars is heavy as a freaking bag of rice. Wow. I'm working hard today, that's for sure. This is a workout. A workout. For real, I'm sweating. And I'm panting because it's heavy and I gotta walk 2 blocks. So I've already walked 1 block, now I'm walking another. One more. Then I'll be home. 1 more block, then I'm home. Oh, this hurts. My back, my poor achy breaky back. Look at this thing. This is the only thing I could get because they didn't have anything smaller. It's 5 kilograms. I literally burned 200 calories walking home, as my watch says. I burned 200 calories walking home with this thing. Holy.
How much diamonds do you have?
Wow. Whew. Well, at least now I have this kind of sugar for things like cookies and muffins and scones and whatever else I make that is delicious. Pies. Yeah. All right, guys. You're coming with me. I'm going to get my slippers and my charger. My feet hurt so much. My new boots hurt my feet so much. Oh, and I have to break them in because, you know, they're not broken in yet. Oh, my poor feet. Oh, my poor feet. All right. Slippers on. I only have 3 more hours and I can get undressed. I'm already thinking about that. Mostly because I'm tired. Oh, charger. Come on, charger. Good. Charger out. Grab charger. My back. Now that I have more coat hangers, I can hang up all my clean clothes. Hallelujah. Before I was putting like 3-4 shirts on 1 coat hanger because I had nowhere else to put it. Alrighty now. Plug this in. And now I get to plug in all my phones, including this one, and do a time lapse of me doing run around the kitchen. So you can't tell, but like I was literally doing the dishes, running around, organizing containers with all the sugars that I now have. I have like cane sugar, I have, table sugar, I have brown sugar, I have powdered cinnamon sugar. Okay, so I made some rice and it turned out well. I thought it wouldn't because we used the rice cooker and it literally lifted the lid off the rice cooker and I was a little bit nervous about it, but it turned out just fine. I have severe back pain right now. I've done a lot today, a lot more than I usually do. So yeah, I'm in a little bit of pain. It's almost time for me to get undressed. Then I'm just going to do up the dishes that I need for tomorrow. I'm going to set out all the dishes that I need for tomorrow on both counters. I'm going to set the breakfast stuff up on that counter because that's where I do breakfast. Then I'm going to set up the other stuff on this side. And yeah, so I'm probably going to have to hand dry all the dishes so that I can put the dishes away quickly, so that there's lots more room for all the dishes I'm going to need for lunch, to do Johnny's lunch tomorrow. Dinner's easy. The dinner stuff is easy. It's just rice and curry again, so he can take that for dinner. Tomorrow night's the last night we can have curry, and then it's got to be dumped. I'm doing breakfast sandwiches tomorrow. For breakfast, his lunch is going to be sandwiches and a salad, and then some fruits. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And because I don't have to do too much for lunch and dinner for him, again, I'm thinking about baking some cookies in the morning. Yeah. Cookies. Cookies. Sorry. My back is really hurting me, so I'm just like I'm becoming weird again. Ugh. Anyway. Other than that. Oh, my back. That really hurt my back, coughing. Oh, wow. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna go and do something with this rice for now until the pot's ready. I might just leave it in this bowl, honestly. It can stay in the bowl. I'll just wrap up the bowl. Yeah, I'm gonna just do that. Anyway, I don't want to do too much. I'm already doing too much. So I'll do that. I'll wrap up the bowl and then leave it out on the counter somewhere.
Good.
Easy accessible.
Good.
And then yeah, I'm probably gonna make myself a tea because my back hurts. So yeah, just gonna have some comfort in a tea. And I'm gonna get undressed. So I'm gonna get undressed, wrap up the bowl, make myself a tea.
Why do people have to do this?
And then I'm going to do the dishes, set out all the stuff I need for tomorrow, and then I'm going to relax and read, because that's what I really want to do. I want to read. And then go to bed super early because I literally wore myself out. I wore myself out. Oh, my back. Okay, here I go. I'm gonna go do this. Alright, so this is what I was doing today. I was organizing all this stuff. And I got out all the things I'm going to need for breakfast. This is for cookies. I'm going to make cookies in the morning. Breakfast. And I cleaned appliances today, like the coffee machine. I organized this area so it's neater and nice looking, less cluttered, as you can see. Same with this area. It was way more cluttered and everything was just blah. And I structured and organized it into areas. I also fixed this area so that it looks neater. The only thing I have to do is the bottom shelf, which eventually will happen. Now over here, I've been cleaning all day, as you guys know. I've been cleaning all day over here, as you guys know. I just finished all the dishes for tonight. There is no more dishes for tonight until I have my boost. I still have to clean those out again. That'll be the third time I've done it today. I've organized this area to look nice. And yeah, that's what I've been doing, y'all. And I'm finally undressed, very comfortable. Finally. Next is tea. I'm making myself a cup of tea. Whoa, my hair grows really fast, doesn't it? Look, the grays are already coming. Wow. I just dyed my hair the other day. I haven't even washed my hair yet. And look, my hair's growing. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna make myself a tea very shortly. My body is just in so much pain. Yeah. Maybe I'll go read and relax, and then I'll make myself a tea if I still feel like it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. My leg is hurting real bad from all of that hard work. Yeah, close up the cupboards. Should probably have my boost.
I'm shooting through the wall.
Otherwise, I'm gonna starve. I don't want to starve. So, boost. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. I had to bend and I didn't like that. Oh, my back. This is the delicious one. I had to suffer through the vanilla, which wasn't as good, but it was better than Ensure. And now I get to have my deliciousness.
Strawberry?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to taste this deliciousness. Oh, you guys don't even know. If you had to eat one thing every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? Choose wisely. Boost has been my constant thing for the last 6 years. It's the only thing I've eaten. Every day. The only thing. Every day. I get to have soup once in a while. Not every day. But I get to have my boost every day. And the best one, I thought it was the vanilla for years. I thought it was the vanilla. I was scared to try the strawberry because when I tried the chocolate to venture outside of vanilla, it was chalky and gross. So I was scared to try the strawberry. But man, oh man, when I did, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. There she is.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Jesus, for this food about to eat. Please bless this food about to eat. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. There's nothing like this one, man. So beautiful. So dang good. It's the best. You don't even know. You don't even know. This is what's kept me alive. I'm so thankful I got to have my boost again. Ensure wasn't as good. I can tell you right now. I was feeling so weak on Ensure. Since I switched back to Boost, though, I've had such energy. Like, I'm running around here doing things. Dude, I've been cooking and baking in the same day. When I was on Ensure, it was like a marathon just to do dinner. And going to no frills and back, oh, wiped me out for the rest of the day. Boost is definitely my food.
Oh my God.
And the strawberry one's the best. I don't care who you are.
Nope.
So dang thankful for it. Alright, so now there's only one dish to do. One dish. My cup. I'll do it later. Alright, I gotta go sit down. My back. I'm gonna go sit in my nice comfy chair. Comfy chair. This is my comfy chair. Now here's hoping I don't pass out, because as soon as I sit in this chair after all the work that I've done, I accidentally pass out sometimes sitting up. And if you know me, that's unheard of, because I can't. Like, normally, I can't sleep. It takes me forever to fall asleep. But sometimes when I overwork myself, like today, and like work around the house the way I've been working around the house,
Look, there's a bucket head around there.
sometimes I fall asleep while sitting up in this chair. So yeah. Well, y'all, it's that time of evening again when I go and brush my teeth and say goodnight. So right now, I'm just sitting here. I'm about to take my Pepsid AC, and then I'm gonna be going and brushing my teeth and getting into bed, at which point I will be reading for a little while
Wait, I'm sure
until the boys are in bed. And then, yeah, I'm going to try to go to sleep as early as possible because I have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning and make a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm going to try to make cookies. Don't know how well that will go down. I might not make cookies. I might just do the breakfast sandwiches and all the stuff that I have to do for Johnny. And then keep the stuff out waiting so that when I wake up, I can do the cookies. It's just, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it at 3:30 in the morning, y'all. And even if I did, would I be able to finish them? Because it usually takes me a long time. They have to be in there for a while, you know? It's going to take hours. So I might as well just do it when I wake up.
Wait,
I
look,
mean,
look at
why
this.
not? What? What?
Look at this.
Hilarious.
I'm special.
Okay, guys, you're done now, right? You've spent your diamonds, your money. Go brush your teeth.
I want to spend the week with her.
Go, turn it off and go brush your teeth. Lucas, if you're done with your bento, please put it into the sink so I can wash it tomorrow. I need you to dump it though. Except for your M&Ms. You can take your M&Ms out. Logan, where's your bento? And put it in the sink so I can wash it.
How is that wasted?
Can you just do what I asked you to do and get your M&Ms out of it, please?
Okay.
Lord, have mercy. Why does he have to talk back? Just friggin' do what I tell you to do, kid.
I'm not Kevin.
He hasn't learned
I have one.
that he is a child and I am the law.
Is this a good hat?
Thought we've been over this. Guess not.
Yeah.
This is the face I make when he upsets me.
Look, I'm level 4. May look at my oak. Level 5. May look at my oak.
Anyone else make this face when their 10-year-old thinks that he's the authority?
That's what I mean. I don't think I'm the authority.
Lies.
But look at
You're
who
gonna
he is.
learn. I am the law. Sorry about that.
Look at my cactus. Like, do you have this hat? This,
I don't care. Turn it off. Go brush your teeth.
I'm just gonna pick the character I want to play. When I get back on. Which one? I really like my chocolate. I'm gonna make them all purple.
Turn it off
Okay, I'm just.
and go brush your teeth.
Okay,
Dump your bento boxes and put it in the sink. Your plate's in the sink. The dip thing in the sink.
Mine? That's Lucas.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking to Lucas. I'm talking to you to put your plate in the sink from your buns. I'm gonna go and brush my teeth and go to bed now. After getting the kids into bed. What? The other one still has toothpaste in it. Don't start with me, man.
Because I'm putting your toothpaste on for you. Because since you've been using it, you've been scribbling it out close and messy.
right, I'm going to go. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 3:30 in the morning. We're going to say our evening prayers now. See you later. But first, just so you guys know, this isn't a regular occurrence. He's doing this because he's cranky. I don't know why. He's just a cranky prankster, okay? He knows that he's supposed to do certain things, and he doesn't do them, so I have to remind him. And he hates when I have to remind him. And then when he does it, he complains that, oh, I didn't do this, so I must not have to do that. And I'm like, yeah, you do. And he's like, no, I don't, because I missed out on it. I didn't do it, so I can't do it now. And it literally sets me off. You were right over here. You could have taken your plate over to the sink. Just because you walked away doesn't mean you're not going to take that plate to the sink. You better.
I'm not saying he jumps. I'm saying that.
Lucas, dipple. No, Logan.
Yeah.
No.
This happened. I was literally trying to sleep, and Lucas said, Logan, do you want to come with me to go there? And I said, no, I'm trying to sleep, and he said this. And he said, then I mean, like he threatened me to go out there, or he's going to do something. I know he threatened me because he said, go out there, and he said something. And he better not do that again.
Logan, go get undressed. Stop your complaining.
I'm not complaining. Lucas does.
You're literally complaining.
He complains about thinking that there's a spider in his bed when there's not. And makes everyone not be able
Dipple
to
Lucas
sleep.
into the sink, please. Go get into bed, Logan. Did you take your M&Ms out?
I did.
Are they on the counter? Is your bento box in the sink?
Right?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Can you put it in the sink for me so I can wash it? Thank you, Lucas. Anyway, he all the time now. Every 5 seconds he freaking complains. For like the last week. It's so annoying. So I've been trying to get him out of that habit. And it's been difficult. Very difficult. So since he is being a brat, he lost video games tomorrow. And I don't care if he begs me. I don't care. No video games tomorrow. I've had it. You know, I had a rough day. And then he doesn't want to take one plate to the sink. Done. Absolutely done. After all the things I have to do around here, and the one thing I asked that kid to do, done. No video games. Alright guys, now I'm going to bed. Good night. Let's say our evening prayers now. Sayonara. See you at 3:30. Let's hope that tonight is a better night and I get to actually go to sleep and sleep all night until my alarm clock goes off this time.